Paper was like gold in medieval times.
Oh, not tobacco. Sugar.
That everything we thought we knew about the world might turn out to be completely wrong.
Coming up on My Restaurant in India.
I'm opening up my first restaurant in Goa. We finally have a name. And all of a sudden, we're shipped onto a boat and going to catch our own fish. It's absolutely delicious. This is happening. This is going to be a restaurant really soon. One amazing thing happens and one bad thing happens. So it's like forward, back, forward, back. Oh, everything's gone off. 20,000 rupees, all gone. I haven't got a kitchen, I haven't got water, I haven't got electricity. Not having Phoenix here by my side is by far the hardest thing. I love you. Hopefully it'll give me a little push just to know that I need to work my butt off now that he's not here and make it all worth it. Can someone please take this rubbish away? What do you think? Oh my God, what have I done? What am I doing?
I feel the Australian staff has got too much on their plate.
I'm not 100% confident.
I can't even get alcohol here. What's going on?
It's the opposite to anything we're used to. It's taken 20 minutes for them to put that order in.
It's early in the night and we're still pretty precarious.
It's massive.
I've got some bad news.
Really? Yeah, I'm sinking. I feel more than lucky. It's changed my life. I actually have a half Indian son. I got to live with his family for a couple of years, so I just got this massive love of Indian food and started to learn to cook it myself. From there, I went on to MasterChef Australia and I cooked a really traditional Indian dish, which is aloo gobi. Not many people would know what that is unless you're from India. So I just started getting this massive following of Indians.
MasterChef became very popular very quickly in India, and they were talking about audiences of up to 3 million. So certainly when Sarah started cooking with a little Indian touch, it made a difference.
After MasterChef, I knew I had to come over here to India and experience it for myself. I ate out at one of the most popular restaurants in Delhi, which has a great atmosphere in there. It's very busy.
I was back home late one night, back from the restaurants, and I get a call from a friend saying, "Ash, where are you?" I said, "I've just come home," and she said, "You gotta come back to the restaurants because I'm getting Sarah Todd to the restaurant." And I didn't know who Sarah Todd was. And there's this lineup of people getting autographs.
Yeah, we just got talking and really got along that night.
February this year, I get a call to open a restaurant in Goa. Stunner, cracker of a spot. And the only person I could think of was Sarah. And I thought Sarah was the perfect person to give this place a soul.
I'm not opening a restaurant in Goa, that's crazy. I arrive to the site and I immediately see a guy that's jackhammering in a pair of thongs. And there's young boys walking around. I can't envision how this is going to get made.
Going and opening a restaurant is massive. When I opened Phoenix, 16, 17 years ago, I'd been in the business for about 20 years and thought, yeah, I know how to do this. And it was just a minefield. For her to go to India and do this without any experience, the odds are stacked against her, for sure.
Takes your breath away,
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully when you're cooking from inside, you'll be able to see the water.
Yeah. Wow. This is going to be a workplace every day.
I started my first restaurant when I was 25. I've built 54 restaurants, operated them. The restaurant's on 5 floors. It's a whole cliff going into the ocean. This project has completely upped the level of the vision. Will there be chaos? Completely.
Goa's heavy monsoon season is making construction painfully slow. Despite this, the owners are adamant the restaurant must be up and running in time for Goa's peak tourist season. That leaves less than 10 weeks until Sarah needs to be open for business.
It has rained most of the time that we've been here, and there's actually quite a lot to do. I'm a bit worried because to get everything done in 2 months, I'm optimistic, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen in time.
Will it be finished by the deadline? Well, for sure. I mean, in India, everything gets done last minute, and it'll be a rocking start to a fabulous destination in Goa. However beautiful this place is, just be ready. On day 1, there's going to be utter chaos.
Oh, gosh.
Utter chaos.
I've never been in a restaurant on day 1.
Sarah's vision is to create a contemporary Australian dining experience. Inspired by some of her favourite restaurants, she has her heart set on a big, open-plan kitchen.
The kitchen structure is completely built, so to mention it to Gokul that I feel like it should be something different, he wasn't so happy about that.
That is one level. If you see the ground level.
There's no doubt that Indian men look at Indian women or Western women in a very different way to what she's used to, and it can create problems.
As open as possible.
Fair enough.
I have to make sure I stand my ground and give us a chance to kind of build our relationship so we can have a mutual respect. Because then it's at the right height as people walk in.
It's great because there's such energy in the build. The designs look much better with the stuff she's insistent upon. And, you know, I think the end product just comes out stronger.
Well, it looks like Sarah's vision for an open-plan kitchen will become a reality. But the changes are going to be costly and put even more pressure on a very tight construction schedule.
We're on our way to the lawyers right now and about to make all of this official. Can't wait.
Hi.
This is the point where it's real. There's no turning back. You know, this ride has officially started and I've got to just grab the bull by its horns and go for it.
The Aussie tradition, we can hug.
I mean, I understand the dream. There's no doubt about it. If she can nail it, then what a brilliant team. Sarah Todd, wow, give it a go, why not?
It's been 5 weeks since Sarah's last visit to Goa. Life as she knows it has been put on hold and all her attention now turns to the restaurant.
Every time when the plane lands into India, I get this feeling inside me where it's just, I don't know, it's a magical place. I'm so excited to be back.
The restaurant is scheduled to open in 12 days, so Sarah's anxious to see how progress is going.
I've just touched down and I've been working remotely for the last couple of months with the business partners, making decisions and getting everything ready. So I'm looking forward to just getting in the kitchen and showing people what I have to offer and giving them a nice experience. For me in my life, I just don't consider failure. If there's hiccups along the way, I just figure out a way to get over it and move forward. Failure is not an option.
It may be a small state on the west coast of India, but for decades, Goa has been one of India's biggest tourist destinations.
Having such a large Portuguese influence means that the town is very multicultural. There's, you know, all these different cuisines that you wouldn't expect to see in India. It was the perfect spot to choose to open up a restaurant.
Sarah's restaurant is located along an exclusive strip known as Vagator Beach. Come mid-November, Vagator Beach is inundated with wealthy international and Indian tourists looking to be seen at the trendiest new clubs and restaurants. With the buzz already growing, expectations are going to be high come opening night.
Oh my God, I miss this place.
The restaurant is a hive of activity with civil workers toiling away on construction. While Sarah is excited to see the progress, the restaurant build is clearly behind schedule.
We have our beach club, there's the 13 villas, the pool in the centre, all our offices and everything, then our private dining room, and then the big magical space, our restaurant up the top. It really is a huge property. My kitchen's finally changed. It's in line with the restaurant.
Sarah's open-plan kitchen is coming together, but not everything is quite as she pictured it.
The ventilation is in the wrong spot and that needs to change. We want to be opening soft launch to the public in 2 weeks. A little bit worried. I can't see how this is all going to be up and running in 2 weeks' time. So we've decided to do a bit of a beach club down here and the bar will be servicing that. So just kind of seeing it now, it looks a little bit small. Looking at the plan, I probably should have realised that this could be a big issue for sure. This is my first restaurant. I'm starting to get pretty terrified, actually. It's getting closer to the date, and there's a lot that I'm taking on here, and yeah, it's an adventure. How are you?
Sarah welcomes the arrival of her business partner, the eternally optimistic Ashish. Hopefully his experience will help push the build schedule along.
Do you feel like we'll be up and running in time?
I would say we fire up the kitchen.
Yeah.
And we get started. Then the pressure on all these people is on them to lead.
Yeah.
Right now they know the kitchen's not started, the bar's not started, or we can just hang out. Unless we have a hard stop.
Yeah.
We'll never start. On 1st November, we have to launch.
Yeah.
Come on, we've got to prepare for 1,500 people. I mean, now you don't have too many places to hide even.
With little time to waste, Ashish gets to work, whipping the team into action.
Pankaj, when are we going to fire up the kitchen? Like, when can the refrigeration start? 1 o'clock will come, we'll take half an hour. Just make sure it's the freshest of vegetables.
Ashish has come in with fire in his belly, so he's pushing everyone, getting everyone moving and getting things finished.
Whatever he doesn't stock, please give him a sample. Let's do frames downstairs. You know, it's like a jigsaw puzzle, but it's like a 10,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. Clock's ticking.
With a large beach club on the bottom level that is supposed to cater to hundreds of partygoers, Sarah raises some serious concerns about the size of the bar.
In India, there's something called jugaad. Okay. Jugaad means fixable, temporary, alternate solution. Right now, let's just get everyone out of the site.
Yeah. Hopefully, eventually, I want both places to be pumping every day.
Way to go, Sarah. You're totally Indian now. You just gotta hit the road running at some point and fail and get up again and fall again, but you'll just make new mistakes, not the same ones. You know, luckily, we agree to disagree. We have an open line of communication and there's trust. So let's go see the suppliers and then...
Sounds good.
So
Ashish is a man on a mission. So while the kitchen is being completed, he is taking Sarah to see some of Goa's bigger food and produce suppliers. Sarah's hoping to find some of Goa's best produce so she can start menu testing as soon as possible. While she has some rough menu concepts in mind, she hasn't been able to get into the kitchen to do any testing.
So is this all local Goan? All Goan seafood? Yeah. This is feta? Oh, yeah. Where's that from?
I just buy and sell.
Ooh, it's cold now. Oh, some salmon as well. Kingfish.
All the seafood from this supplier is frozen. Sarah wants the best ingredients, so fresh fish is essential.
How much fresh fish can we get? You know, that comes like straight off the boat and...
most of the fishing doesn't happen off the coast of Goa.
Okay.
Right? So we'll have to find those fresh fish guys who go to Mapsa and tie up with them. The industry in Goa is not massive, so you'll have to find these local small batch trawlers.
Okay.
Sarah was hoping to source all of her produce from a few local suppliers, but as she soon discovers, the local suppliers are small, with little in the way of stock or variety.
Do you do it in the big drums as well? You don't? Yeah. What's the biggest tub of ghee that you can get? That's it.
But this is what is used industrially.
It'd be good to try both of those if we can. So do you stock dried yeast and fresh yeast as well?
Fresh yeast.
No? Okay. Do you have tomato puree? The ones that come in the can where it's more like a thick pulp. So it's halfway between a puree and halfway between a juice. So we get them in Australia where it's just a thicker kind of, you don't get that?
The bulk of the produce on offer seems to be shipped in from overseas. Sarah's plans for a locally sourced menu might need to change.
Done? Are we done?
Yes.
One more round.
Back at the restaurant, there's a special surprise waiting for Sarah. Sophie, her lifelong friend, has just arrived.
Can you believe I dragged you all the way to Goa? I'm excited. Sarah called me up and said, I'm opening a restaurant in India. And was like, what? And she's like, yep, do you want to come join me? And I just come and work with me in India. Yeah, instantly said, sure.
Sarah wanted to bring in some Aussie allies to help realise her dream of a contemporary Australian restaurant. A physiotherapist by trade, Sophie has no prior restaurant experience, so taking on the role of restaurant manager will be a mighty challenge.
Actually, still needs to be done. No, you get worried on me. You're the optimist. Well, I was meant to be starting menu testing now. We need electricity. Yeah. They're aiming to get in some sort of 24-hour electricity in the meantime, so then we can at least just use the fridges. Like a generator kind of thing. Yeah. It'll happen. We'll make it happen. Yeah, we have to.
Sophie isn't Sarah's only ally. Sophie's boyfriend Nathan has also joined her for the ride and will jump on board as the bar manager.
Nathan, hello.
Hey.
Welcome to India. Yeah, you too.
What the team lacks in experience, they make up for in passion and enthusiasm. And they're going to need it. Setting up a restaurant in an active construction site has its challenges.
It's Monday morning. All of our furniture started arriving and we're going to be open next Friday. So every direction you look, there's something going on here.
While the workers should have been out by now, Sarah and Ashish can no longer wait and need to start setting up the restaurant floor and kitchen.
Let's make a list and just delegate people, Shikhar, and get after them. Missing deadlines has become the norm. So let the staff, because there's a lot of staff, help in this setup so that he can concentrate on the bigger stuff.
Yep.
Pankaj, please put a team at cleaning here. Please. Even if they have to do it 7 times a day, whatever it is, because it's a brand new site, you've got to clean the stuff.
Getting their own staff moving is one thing. Next, Ashish will have to whip the local authorities into line to get the electricity hooked up.
Did you hear that guy who came last time? He said, you're stressed, I'm not.
Oh.
And it's not the electrician, it's the guy who sanctions us, the electrician. And he's put a big seal that you can't even tamper or break or do anything with. And he's on an extended holiday. We gotta go kidnap his mother or something.
Is that how you do it in Goa?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
While in a typical restaurant, menu testing might take place over months, the delays have meant that Sarah only has days before the restaurant opens.
Gas line's in, the plumbing's in, ventilation is done. We've got a generator on site now, so once all of the equipment's in, we'll actually be able to fire up the kitchen. All of that gets kept in these. They're like...
It's a rectangular.
Yeah, rectangle with a lid, like... Oh my God. Oh, a pipe just burst. Oh my God. Oh, the whole thing's burst.
You need to switch off the genset, there's water.
Crap, the whole roof has come down. It seems the structure has busted and 1,000 litres of water has just fallen onto our generator. That's our power. So now we don't have water or electricity, 2 of the most important things. So yeah, I guess maybe pizzas might be held off for a day and we might have to do the trials in a couple of days. So, yeah, not good.
Yet another major setback means that Sarah still can't get into the kitchen. The prospect of opening on time is starting to slip through their fingers. Today, the team have some good news that could get them back on track. The Electricity Commissioner has returned from vacation and the restaurant is finally being hooked up to the grid.
Looks like we're getting electricity right now. Something you don't see every day is a man climbing up on a wooden ladder using his bare hands. No harnesses, no anything. Crazy India. So now we just need water and we're all set. Nearly there. Pretty awesome day today. We start with the wood-fired pizza oven. So I've been waiting to do this for a really long time, and it's obviously still a building site around us, but I want to get the staff feeling like it's getting nearer to the opening and, yeah, starting to play around with the menu and getting used to it. This is the pizza menu for downstairs, so you can have a look through and have a read. Lots of prep to do, but it should be fun. We've got the prosciutto, gorgonzola, pear, rocket, we've got all of that.
Arindam's case was a fortunate accident. Arindam was supposed to have a boss, and that boss was supposed to report into Sarah. So he was the sous chef. And luckily, the chef never landed up. And Sarah just had Arindam to work with, and there was no other option.
He's helping and doing a lot of the ordering, and he's coordinating the staff, and as driven as I am to make this work.
This is the life, you know? Sometimes you don't expect something and you have to do it. And this is a great challenge.
This salmon's not good, right? No. We'll get rid of that salmon. Can you throw that one out? Not sure about that one. I think we should get rid of that. You know, we lost power. In return, we've lost a bit of our seafood and proteins and had to reorder, and let's get rid of that. What can you do? We have to, move on. Can I throw that in the rubbish? Rubbish, thanks.
Sarah is finally unleashed in the kitchen and doing her best to fast-track the staff training.
White vinegar. Just get white vinegar. White vinegar. Cut the lime and squeeze on the fennel. Cut and squeeze. Who's doing the tomatoes? Can you pop all that in the fridge? In the fridge.
But communication is proving difficult, so Sarah decides to bring in something she picked up from chefs back home.
I think we should start from now, right? So when people understand that what I'm saying, and if they understand, they just say we chef, right?
Yes, sir.
We chef.
We are all chef.
No.
In French, we means yes.
Yes, yeah, we chef, yeah. I don't think it has speed control.
The ventilation provides a respite from the 40-degree day, but it sounds like a jet engine. For every step forward, there's always a step back.
It's not working now?
Sarah discovers that several of the key functions of the kitchen have stopped working.
We've got no refrigeration, no water. I mean, we finally got some gas, which is good, but we also don't have ventilation. First day is a challenge, right? I get this nervous smile where it's like I'm laughing, but actually I'm dying inside, where I just can't help it. My stomach is doing flips, and it's hard for me to comprehend that the fact that I'll be opening really soon.
With the main kitchen not operating properly, Sarah has to change her plans again and decides to move the team down to the beach club to start testing pizzas.
So day one, guys, pizza's time's about to start. Is everyone excited?
All done, all done.
Nobody's answering me. I think we should start the whole we chef thing now.
No problem. What to say? What to say? How to say yes, chef? We chef. Yeah?
Are we ready to start pizzas?
We chef.
Are we ready to start pizzas?
We chef.
Are we ready to start pizzas?
We chef.
Yes, let's do it.
A fake. Become a fake or...
It's never gonna happen. No, it is gonna happen. Eventually. We'll do margarita. So we do a tomato base, fior di latte, tomato sauce, the crisp onion in the oven, then when it comes out, put the fresh basil on top. You get that? So what do? You tell me. You tell me. You say now. You tell me. What do?
Sauce, cheese, onion. Inside?
Everyone speaks English, right? You speak English?
No.
Speak English? Not at all. Not at all. Not a word I said was understood. And I just was, oh my God, how am I going to get through this? It's going to be crazy. I didn't realise how little English everybody speaks.
With a young, inexperienced and somewhat apprehensive kitchen staff, training is proving a challenge. Sarah needs to find a way to get her team on side, and fast.
Good. And do we have lemon zest?
Okay, fatapat.
Fatafad, I know that word. Jaldi means quick, right? Fast. And fatafad means now.
Now.
Jaldi, fatafad. So if you don't speak English, should I learn Hindi? Yeah? Yeah. ठीक ya? All right, let's do it. Wow, good, nice. That's good. It feels like a restaurant now. It looks exciting. There's like energy, I feel like, in there now. First pizza. First real pizza, margarita. In between all the hustle and trying to push through it, it made me realise that this is what we need to do just to get the restaurant open. And at the end of the day, we need to open before the season's over. So amongst all of this craziness, I just need to somehow get some clarity in my head, and we have to just start. Cheesy.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Very nice.
It was kind of a success. We knocked out some pretty good pizzas and day one, so it just feels like we're, you know, cracking open and getting started. I feel like today we actually turned a corner and this is happening. This is going to be a restaurant really soon.
Next time on My Restaurant in India, Sarah's pursuit for fresh seafood leads her on an unexpected adventure.
I would never have thought to have cooked it like that, and it was absolutely delicious.
And while they finally get the kitchen up and running, the unpredictable working conditions create more problems.
One amazing thing happens and one bad thing happens. Everything's gone off. 20,000 rupees, all gone.
We've run out of money. We've got to open.
I can't open this Saturday.
After 5 weeks apart, Sarah reunites with her son.